Namaste, everyone, and welcome. Thank you very much for joining me for this Anchor to Light meditation. As I told all of you, I'm in Florida, so we're kind of doing 1 hour earlier because of the time difference. So thank you very much for joining me. Before we start, let's ask for a blessing, shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the spiritual elders, Holy Masters, Saints, Archangels, Holy Angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokok Sui Mahaguji Mei, we humbly invoke for divine light, divine love, guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith. And so it is. All right. So thank you very much for joining me. I'm glad you can make it. I know some of you will probably say, hey, nobody told me. Well, this is the best I can do because we're trying to work out the schedule here. And the time difference is crazy because the event starts at 8:30 at night here to make it in time in Australia. So anyway, let's have just a short talk on some topic, and then we'll go into the meditation. So one things that we covered so far, in the tree of life, are the three bars, the three complementary opposites. And the first one was intuition. Remember that? Intuition and intellect. Second one is loving kindness and severity. The third one is power and transformation. So these are the complementary opposites. Then there's the polar opposites, where if you go this way with the bars, there's also the bar going down. So you have spirituality and materialism, spirituality, which is top, right, crown, and sexuality. So let's talk about spirituality and materialism just very quickly. This has been a struggle for many people, including myself. So I know what a lot of you guys are going through. You're trying to be a spiritual person at the same time, you got to make money, make a living. And the biggest difficulty for me at that time, before I met the teacher, was I thought the two are actually contradicting, but in reality, they help each other. Okay, they're polar opposites. You have something that's very, very spiritual, immaterial, and one that's very, very material or very tangible. And then that's when he told me. He said, and this is part of the what is called the Kriya Shakti, the prosperity course. And the very first thing he said is, why do you take this class? What is the purpose of this class? And everything you do, there has to be a purpose. And I said, I don't know, make more money. I mean, I didn't say that, but this is in my head. He said, no, there's two things. Number one, improve your life in the lives of your loved ones. Okay? And the other one is, just make sure that it's streaming good. All right. So number one is improve your life in the lives of the people you love. Okay. And number two is fulfill your spiritual destiny. Well, the first one is obvious, right? Because whether you like it or not, your body lives in a material world. You are the soul having a physical existence, right? So as you have the basic physical existence, in order to satisfy your basic needs and beyond, you need money. So that's the first part. And then the second part, which resonated pretty well, which says, oh, fulfill your spiritual destiny. Then I go, well, but my destiny is destiny. What's got money got to do with it? Then he started to explain further, which I hope this will help you guys, unless you guys are just bored to death, is he said, money gives you the freedom and the independence to do what you want. And then he goes, what you really want to do. Because some of you say, oh, I just want to go meditate. You can't do that if you're broke, right? You're going to be chanting Om, instead of Om, you'll be chanting, oh my God, how am I going to pay my bills? So that part is important, is to realize, to be able to do what you want to do, is things that are lasting, things that are permanent. The key is to have the resources to take care of what you need to take care of, your basic needs and all that, so you can have the independence to do that. That's one. The second part, in order to do those things that are more permanent or have a more permanent effect, open up a spiritual center, give money to missionaries, whatever, things like that. All those also require resources. And a lot of you say, yeah, I really want to help so many people. Okay, this is going to sound harsh, but somebody is going to be a wake-up call. Is if you can't even pay your bills, who are you going to help? Oh, yeah, I can send my prayers. Of course, all of us can do that, regardless if you're broke or you have money. But if you have money and you're financially doing well, not only can you pray for them, you can actually send them something they can touch, they can use immediately. Some people say, "Oh yeah, but I'm a very spiritual person. I pray for people." That's great. Keep going. It doesn't mean one has to be exclusive of the other. Now, if you already have a good heart, you're very loving, you're a very caring person, you can extend and materialize that ability to care with something that is tangible, right? I mean, if you have people there out there that are starving, you say, "Oh, I'll pray for you." Okay, that's great and wonderful, but it's not going to feed their stomach, right? Think about it. Which brings me to the story I told you before. Every time I was writing letters with my teacher in 1988 when I first came to the United States, I said, "Master, blah, blah, blah." I asked for some advice on some spiritual stuff. And there's no email at that time, 1988. Come on, you guys. So maybe 3 weeks to get there and maybe a month to get back, the mail, the regular mail. And he'd always close off his letters instead of saying, just say, love and blessings, Master Chokok Sui. He'll just say, before he says love and blessings, he goes, "How are your finances?" with a question mark. And then love and blessings. Okay. Every single letter. I kept all of them till today. It's sitting in my vault. Okay. And finally, I remember when we went back to visit family, visit my teacher, I was talking to him, and in his office, I said, "Master, I just have a question. Every time you write back letters, I mean, we still answered letters at that time. Why do you always ask about my finances? I'm here to do your spiritual work." He looks at me, he goes, "Difficult to serve on empty stomach." And I thought about it, I go, clear? So spirituality and materialism might be polar opposites. Polar, they're like extremes, right? But they actually help each other in a way that in order for money not to corrupt you, there has to be the spiritual component. Make sense? At the same time, spirituality, in order to be effective, needs the material component to make it a physical reality. The two work together. And this is not really a problem for people who are not on the spiritual path, because in their case, they go, "I'll just make as much money as I want to in any way I can. I cheat, I steal, who cares? The end result justifies the means." Makes sense? But people on the spiritual path, that's when guilt kicks in. They say, "Oh, it's where, I don't know, maybe when I become more prosperous, I won't be spiritual anymore. Or if I'm so busy making money, then I might not go to church. I might not." Then that's, at least it's a choice. If you're dead broke, there is no choice. Make sense? Get off your spiritual horse. Use some common sense. If you're dead broke, you don't even have the choice. But if you're financially doing well, at least you say, "Okay, I'm going to just devote this much time to work, this much time to making money. This time I'm going to go do my spiritual work." If you're dead broke, you have to make a living. Otherwise, how are you going to feed your body? How are you going to feed your family? Make sense? So once you have that realization, that's why we said yesterday, or the other sessions, Ajna Chakra, Bina is understanding. You have all this spiritual inspiration, right? Intuition. When this guy gets in the mix of things, let me understand this. I want to do all these good things to help lots of people. How? Let me understand this. So when this guy finally understood, they go, "Oh, I really want to help them. So that means I need to have the resources and the people to be able to make it happen." And then at that point, this guy, remember, this is the outpost, the command center of the higher soul, will say, "Okay, you tell all your chakras to get in line, especially the guy at the base of the spine in your butt." Get that basic chakra whirling. So the basic chakra is in charge of money and prosperity, right? So for ordinary people not just serious about the spiritual path, the higher soul has barely any influence over it. That's why the person will make money, cheat, steal, and whatever else. But as more and more of this spiritual force, this energy from the higher soul is able to kind of grab a hold of it, then what will happen is they make money, but it is under the parameters given by the higher soul. So at that point, it becomes spiritual materialism. And that made me realize why, at that time I was talking to my teacher. He said, if I don't have businesses that make money, how am I going to travel all over the world teaching? And I thought about it. Even, and he shared this with us, not in these words, but I found out from many sources. He was already a multi millionaire even before he started traveling all over the world, devoting pretty much 90% of his waking consciousness in teaching. And that way he doesn't have, because he doesn't have to worry about who's feeding his children, feeding his family, who's taking care of his business, paying his bills. He can really focus on things that are eternal or permanent. Now, some of you are saying, well, what you talk about this? And because, assuming I'm talking to the right audience, a lot of you have good hearts, but you need a full pocketbook to support it. All your great projects, you want to go to holy places, you want to open up spiritual centers, you want to write spiritual books, you want to help all these people. All those are wonderful, great, and admirable, but they're not free. It takes resources. True? So I'm sharing this with you because once this guy understands it, then when you do stuff, it is now congruent in your mind because now there's certainty. You say, okay, then that means I can do this and still fulfill my spiritual destiny. So when that happens, you feel, certain. So your energy is all focused rather than what? A lot of us are like this. I know exactly what somebody's going through. Yeah, I want to make money and this, but I'm not sure, but it might take me away from the spiritual path, blah, 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 blah. So these are thought forms in your aura. So when things finally do take off, because you're a good person, you generate good karma, so finally opportunities open up, the door's wide open in your face to give you an opportunity to, let's just say, to make a massive income or career change that will really impact your life, take you to the next level. You put one little toe to the door, not walk through, put one toe in your door and go, I don't know if I should do this, or whatever, right? Sounds familiar? And so what happens when you finally go in, instead of rushing, opportunity, rush in, you kind of go. And when things are finally improving, you keep questioning yourself. Sounds familiar? That's what you call self-sabotage, which can easily be removed if you start what we're talking about. First, have it congruent in your mind that money is neither good or bad. It's just simply a tool you can use. Just like I can use my mobile phone to do stuff, right? I can use money to do what I want. And if I choose to focus a big percentage of my time on spirituality, I have the fuel to make it happen. Are we making sense? So I think after this talk, you should just do some inner reflection. Just sit and think, what is my attitude towards it? What is my attitude towards money, about material world? Sit down and just, don't just, oh, of course I love money. Oh, yeah? Well, how come you're doing self-sabotage? How come you start having self-doubt? How come you have feeling of unworthiness to be prosperous? Oh, must be a past life as a monk. That could be it too. So without sitting down and thinking about this and having an understanding, you're basically running forward with a bunch of ball and chains behind you, which at any given time, when you can't push anymore, come to a screeching halt. Or you're dragging, saying, I could do better. Yeah, get rid of the crap you're holding back. Make sense? So if that helps you at all, again, spirituality and materialism, the crown chakra and the basic chakra, polar opposites. But they're actually very, very important in our lives in order to, number one, improve our lives, and number two, help the ones we love. All right? So I hope that helps. I know some of you didn't expect that. You're looking for some spiritual, cosmic discussion. You're looking at the wrong teacher. I only do that on specific occasions. I'm more of the how do you take spirituality and make it part of your everyday life. That's why I call it pragmatic spirituality. Because some people, as far as spirituality is spacing out, oh yeah, there's so many of them. Go there if you want. What I want are people who have a lot of good intentions, have good hearts, just needed to anchor it to the world. That's why it's called anchor the light, and truly make a difference to everyday people. The saints, they didn't need any help. It's the everyday people that need help. And they're the ones that we need to anchor the light for, so that spiritual light can be part of their life. All right? So let's meditate. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, thank you for the blessings. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, thank you for your great blessings. Personally, to my teacher, Master Tokok Sui Mahagu Jimeng, thank you. In full faith, so be it. All right. Just put your hand like this. We'll do the great invocation again. Be aware of your heart. Be aware of your crown. Let's chant Om. 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 Fill the earth with love, with light, and with power. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth in the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth in the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend on earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. Again, now this time, put your attention between your eyebrows. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth in the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. Put your awareness on your forehead. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend on earth. Focus on your crown. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. You just be still. Let your ajna, forehead, and crown be a channel for God's love, light, for God's light, love, and power. And just be still. For the third one, we'll make it more intense. Just be receptive and follow silently. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend throughout the entire earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth. Just be receptive. May all be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. So be it. May all be blessed without exception. From the center, which we call the human race and all the different races, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan on earth now. So be it. Om. 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 May all be blessed. So be it. Bless your family, your friends, the people you work with, your clients. Bless everyone you know with divine light, divine love, and divine will. So be it. Bless your business, bless your job with prosperity and abundance. So it is. May all be blessed without exception. Keep blessing. Again, you already know we're not the one actually blessing, but the blessings are flowing through us. So it's an honor and a privilege to be channels and pipelines for these blessings to flow through. May all be blessed. So it is. And just put your hand down. Just keep your eyes closed, tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just be still. Just imagine a point of light just floating a few inches above your head. Just look at that light and be super receptive. Just be still and let go. You're not the body, you're not the emotion, you're not the thoughts, you are the soul. You are a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. You, the soul, are connected to your higher soul. You, the soul, are connected to the divine spirit in you. You are a child of God. You're one with God. You're one with all. There's only oneness. You are that. You are that light. Be still. That brilliant light is now entering your crown, down to the center of your head, down to your throat, down to your heart, the center of your chest, your heart chakra. Just be still. Let the energy of that brilliant light just radiate from the center of your chest outwards, upwards, and downwards. Just let it saturate your entire being now. So it is. That brilliant light is now ascending higher from your heart up to your throat, up to the center of your head, to your crown, a few inches above the crown, higher, higher, let go. Gently, slowly, come back to your body. Gently and slowly come back. When you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. All right, I hope you had a good meditation. It was short, but special sauce always makes up for it, right? Just a little extra sauce there, just kind of. Anyway, All right. So here in the East Coast, California, East Coast, California, East Coast, here in Florida, it's 12:32. So the evening meditation, we'll just post it. It depends on what time I get back, and with the schedule all upside down, I can't tell you exactly when yet. Depends on how much time is the prep work. So regardless, we're gonna do it later. Maybe a good guess would be about 6 o'clock time here, 6 or 7 o'clock in Florida. Okay, that's the plan. It depends on what time I get back. Regardless, we'll do it. As we always say, spirituality doesn't take a vacation. We keep going. All right, let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother. Thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. Thank you. Personally, to my teacher, Master Talk Sri Mahagu Jermaine, thank you. In full faith, so be it. All right, all of you have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, depending which part of the world you're at. Namaste. Live super energized. We'll see you then. Take good care.